Your AI feature kind of works and kind of doesn't. It asks users questions that feel obvious to them. It misses the context that is right there on the screen. It gives generic answers when your users need specific ones. So they try your AI feature a few times and then they are just going back to doing things manually. And the model isn't a problem, and your prompt isn't the problem either. The problem is what you handed the agent to work with. And almost every team and almost every founder gets this wrong in some ways. I'm going to show you exactly what's missing using this Kanban application that I built specifically for this video, where you can toggle things one by one and see how agent transforms in real time. And here's what most AI implementations actually look like under the hood. You want to add AI to your product. You write a system prompt, you're a helpful assistant for a project management tool. Here's how it works. Then you attach some help documentation, maybe you provide some examples and Q&As, and then you wire it up to a chat box and then just ship it. But here's what this agent actually knows about your application. It only knows whatever you put into the system prompt plus the documentation that you also attached to the system prompt, and that's it. It doesn't know what screen the user is on, what record they have open, what they were just doing, what actions you can take, the rules of your product, what just happened just right before the conversation started. It's blind to everything actually happening in the application that it's supposed to help with. And that's why it asks obvious questions, and that's why it provides generic answers. Think about onboarding a new hire. You don't just give them doc and call it done, right? You would invite them to all the necessary accounts, they would log in, they have the access to all the screens that everybody else does. They can take the same actions, they learn rules, they read the history of what happened before they arrived, and that's what makes them useful. Not some kind of document, but the access. And your agent needs the same thing. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is your regular Kanban board, but with AI assistance. So let me walk you through it. We have here 4 our main columns, which is backlog and progress and review and done. If I click onto the task, here you will see the title of the task, the description of the task, who is assigned to this task, due date of this task, whether or not it's blocked. Here we have comments, we have history, which is audit log, and here we have some actions to move it around. On the right here we have AI panel, and here you can see the agent context, so I can control what agent actually sees from this application. That's what we're going to play around with, and I'm going to talk through each one of the things here. So if in this state we ask AI, let's say, why is this task here? It doesn't know which task I'm talking about. It is in review because implementation is basically done. So it's not even because it doesn't know about this particular task that I've opened. And if I toggle the screen state, now our agent is going to see exactly what our user sees. So if I'm on the Kanban board here, it will know about this whole board. If I go into the task, it will know about this specific task. So if I now ask, why is this task here? You can see that it knows that I'm talking about this specific task, because now our agent sees exactly what the user sees. Now for the actions, next thing is action inventory. Now agent knows and can do all the actions that user can do, right? So the idea with AI agents and with co-pilots, so to say, is that they have to do all the same things that users can do in your application. And that's what users expect from your application. If they can see that they can change this from blocked to unblocked, let's say, or to move columns, they expect your agent that you have in your application to do the same thing. So now if I ask our AI agent to move this task to backlog, can you please move this task back to backlog? It's just going to do it because it has all the same actions that user had. And next is business rules. Idea here is that each business has some kind of constraint. They have some kind of rules in place. For this application, as an example, we cannot move task from in progress directly to done. It has to go through in review. And every single business, every single product application has these kinds of rules that your agent, again, it has to know about them. So don't let this part slide, okay? So now with business rules enabled, if I ask AI to move this, let's say implement workspace invite flow to done from in progress, can you please move implement workspace invite flow to done? And you will notice that it says that I cannot move implement workflow, workspace invite flow straight to done. because it's currently in progress state. Workflow only allows in progress to in review task, etc. So it doesn't really matter here. And this is probably a stupid rule, but you know what? Every business has its own quirks and things, so you have to tell your AI about them. The next thing is audit trail. So without this audit trail enabled, if I go to this page, to this task, and I ask it, why is this blocked? So you will notice that it just answers the reason why it was blocked because of the sales team. But if I enable the audit trail and I update the page to not screw the conversation history, and I go back to this task and I ask the same thing, why is this task blocked? It's going to tell me a whole different story. So it's going to tell us about this sales block here, but also going to mention about the legal thing under EU consent rules, etc., etc. So the idea here is to provide additional history context about the task that AI is trying to perform. In this case, it could be history, which is audits. It could be in your application like additional information and preferences of the user. You can provide user preferences, who they are, information about the user. It should read like a story, if you know what I mean. You can provide information that they just did before this conversation based on your audits or on your logs, let's say, because if you're building production application, you probably have some kind of audit or some kind of logs in your app. You can format it and frame it for the AI. It will provide better information to perform your task. You can see how simple it was to transform our agent from being basically useless to being actually the part of the product. Quick note, if you're a founder and you're building with AI and you need help with this kind of stuff, feel free to reach out, link is down below. And the Kanban board here is just an illustration. It isn't about project management in any way. But every product has screens, actions, rules, and history, whether it's CRM, financial tool, some hiring tool, support platform, it doesn't matter. But those four things are always the same: screens, actions, rules, history. So before you build your next AI feature or you look back at the one that you just shipped, ask those four questions. What can my agent see right now? What can it actually do? What rules does it need to know? And what history does it have access to? Answer those four well and you will build AI feature that users actually want to come back to. If this was useful, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.